Radio Free 102.3 KJLH, it's your nephew from your favorite uncle, Ricky Ruckus. Welcome to Between Brothers, where we sit down with the men behind the mic at KJLH, from the pioneers that paved the way to the voices you hear every day on the radio. Well, we're going to take a deep dive into the lives, the journey, and the history of the men behind the mic. It's not just radio, it's a brotherhood. Let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Lon McQ.
Hey everybody, I'm Aundrae Russell.
Hi, I'm Guy Black.
Hello, my name is Kevin Nash.
I am on between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday.
You can hear me every Sunday on a show called Spread the Word, Sundays from 12 noon to 7 p.m.
You can listen to me Saturdays from 9 until 1.
Tune in nightly, evenings, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. until midnight.
And now, let's get into fatherhood. What's your favorite memory of spending time with your kids?
One of the best memories with me is time spent with my son, Dylan, is us going to Dave & Buster's. Because Dave & Buster's, they had good food, and we played games. And I'm competitive, so I would try to beat him at everything. Now, he could get me on video game type stuff, but when it come to air hockey and the basketball, I could beat his pants off. So we had great experiences and great fun through the years, and still go to Dave & Buster's.
Wow, my favorite memory spending time with my kids is when I was teaching them how to ride a bicycle. And I put the training wheels on. I'm not really that mechanically inclined, so I put the training wheels on, and so I'm trying to teach them how to ride the bike, and the next thing I knew, the training wheels fell off. I didn't want to tell them that the training wheels fell off because they would get scared, and they went and rode the bike without the training wheels. Yeah.
Well, recently, my youngest son, I have two sons, my youngest son spent time with me at the Earth Day celebration. He worked with me here in Inglewood. And my oldest son, I think one of the things that I remember most about him, he's a good kid, but, well, he's not a kid, he's a grown man now. But I remember I bought a brand new car. I'm not going to even say what it was. It was a convertible. And he was like, "Dad, let me drive it around the block." And he was 18 years old, so I was like, okay, drive it around the block, and don't turn that music up. Don't turn the music up, because you like loud music, so don't turn the music up. He went around the block. I could literally hear the music while he was driving around the block. Came back to the garage and commenced, that's the word people in the South say, and commenced to hitting my car. With my car, he hit my truck. It was $3,000 of damage. I never forget it. And I just had the car for less than a week. And he didn't know how to control it. And he ran right into my truck in my garage. I remember that. He remembers it too. Anthony, you still owe me for that.
Wow. I would have to say, I got full custody of my son when he turned 13 years old. And I got my son at a time where he had a 0.5 grade point average. He had a 0.5 grade point average, and he wasn't going to school, right? And my greatest memory is seeing him, walk across that stage, graduating, senior class president, and getting a full scholarship, $160,000. So that is my greatest memory ever of my kids, seeing them go from that to, and most of the time he was getting perfect attendance too. I made sure. I don't care if he was sick, he broke his arms a couple times, in the midst of it. Boy, get your behind up, you still gotta go to school. I'm paying for this tuition, you still gotta get up. Go, 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 go. So my greatest memory of my kids was just watching him. I cried like a baby too, just go from that, like I said, 0.5 grade point average to getting a full scholarship.
What advice would you give to young men when it comes to balancing fatherhood and pursuing their careers?
Advice I would give young men to balance their personal careers and their family ventures, I would say put the family and the kids definitely first. And then you got to prioritize and know that, hey, you got to make money to have things for the kids if you have kids and the family. So of course you put the family first, but you got to make sure, actually you're putting God first. God is always first. Put that first, everything else is going to fall into place. So that's what I would advise.
Wow. Spend time with your family, because if your family knows what you're doing, they can support you. If they don't know what you're doing, that's where the problem comes in at. So I would say spend time with your family. I mean, your career, it's going to be there. But your family can enhance that career if you just spend time with them. Let them know who you are. Let them know what your passions are. Let them know what you're trying to do. And most of the time when you tell them what you're trying to do as far as your career is concerned, it's really about them because you're trying to make things better for them. So spend time with your family.
What advice would I give to young men who are trying to be a good father and pursuing a career as well? Make sure that you take care of your family first. The career is always good. From my experience, I didn't always do the right thing. So, I could have been a better father at times. So I let my career path get in the way of that sometimes. So if I had to do it over, which I don't, but if I did, I would just say make sure you spend more time with your kids.
Well, since I'm an old man now, the advice I would give to young men coming up raising a family, number one is integrity. Keep your word with your kids, right? Have conversations, find out what their gifts are early on. Begin to do what you can to help cultivate those gifts, right? And only take godly advice. Only take godly advice. Keep your word. And even when, in the thick of things, when those storms may come, just remember your promises that you made with your kids. And be a man of your word. And be a man of integrity. And that's my advice, is just to stick to your word. Make promises. When you make those promises with your kids, boom, make sure you keep them.